What could Mephisto do with Akarat's body?
That corpse laid in the spirit realm for over 1,000 years. Who knows how much power it holds now? And Mephisto has puppeted the bodies of enough saints to give me an idea of what he's planning next. We have to stop him, no matter what.
That's not the end?
Let's find Eru
Jesus.
and get some answers.
Alright. We're still going. I thought for sure that would be like, because that was a big fight.
We need to find Eru.
I think I...
Okay, off we go. I have got to take a bio though, guys. Is this a safe place? No, this is not a safe spot. I need to pee.
He's here somewhere.
He's where somewhere? Aha. Okay. I think we're okay here.
Stop running and face us, Eru.
Usually in a cutscene, if it gets me to a conversation point where there's dialogue tree, I can stop and pause because the enemies won't attack me.
We aren't friends. You've made that more than clear.
What did he give you to betray us, Eru? Was it worth it?
Mephisto has sworn to spare all that I love from what is to come. Even knowing I will never see it, I would not unmake my choices.
You can't trust Mephisto to keep his promises. He will break this deal the first chance.
See,
he
he's
gets.
not really dead. We just defeated
It
him
isn't
for
too
a
late.
brief moment.
Just tell us what you did with the stone and the body. We can still make this right.
I have not come here to make
This would be the
right.
perfect cliffhanger
There
ending
is
to lead
no
up to the
making
next
this
DLC.
right.
Be like, guess
There
where the
is
stone and the
only
body are?
what you are
You'll have to
owed.
tune in next time to find out.
A reckoning. Today, I have chosen to break your trust. And every day I live, I must choose to do it again. And I say to you that I am not that strong.
Enough of this. Stop making excuses.
Here is what you want, then. Here is your vengeance. Come and take it!
Oh, Eru. He picked a fight he knew he wouldn't win. Bringing Mephisto into the vault nearly killed him. And when it didn't, he asked us to finish him. To end his pain.
You're sure this is the right move? Letting him go?
I know how it feels. To carry the guilt of hurting someone. And I know too well what it's like to wrestle with the Lord of Hatred. Eru made the only choice he thought he could. It's infuriating. It's crushing. But he's already done the worst he can do to us. Let him wrestle with himself now. It's what Akarat would want. If we kill him, we rob him of the choice to be better. It's time we return to the Horadric Vault. It might have something, anything, that could help us against Mephisto.
Okay. Alright. Am I safe here? I don't think I'm safe here. It's gonna have me fast travel somewhere. We gotta go to the Horadric Vault. Which is way the hell over here. I can fast travel at least to here. Alright, I'll be right back. just went in the living room and Chris and like 4 of the cats are asleep on the bed. Alright, let's see here.
Used to sing me a song. I can almost remember it sometimes. But then, it's gone. Like you never sang it at all. Maybe. Everything before Mephisto is distant. A dream that turned out to be my life. I remember she loved me. And that's enough. It needs to be enough. We came here for a reason. Knowledge. The vault's bound to have something we can use against Mephisto. Let's go.
Into the vault.
That smell. You don't forget it.
Yeah, I don't think we've been back in here since the main campaign.
Lorath was here. Left his workbench a mess. Again. Let's take a look around. He may have left something useful behind.
Scrap.
Lorath left a letter for you.
I thought he might.
Spell to speak with the dead. A prophecy.
I saw my corpse, and from my mouth crawled hatred.
I recognize this. Rathma's prophecy. Lorath always dismissed it. What would change his mind?
Can't believe you actually found her.
Who are you?
Friend of a friend. I've been following you since you arrived in the peaks. On Prava's behalf. She wants to see you.
Of course she does.
Brava's knights hunted their realm across half of Sanctuary. Do you take us for fools?
I would have asked the same. Not so long ago. Then Prava saved my life. She's changed. Or maybe the world has. Either way, give her a chance. She's waiting for you at Laura's place.
Okay.
We can't keep running. Let's hear what Prava has to say.
Oh, could we not fast travel there? Oh, and I don't have that one either. Crap, that's a long run, man. I don't have that one either. I do have one right here, though. It's closer. Speak with Brava at the wind-swept cabin when you first met Laura. Very beginning of the base game.
wanderer and a heretic both. Welcome.
If something happens...
I'll be ready.
I hear Urivar is dead. By your hand?
Oh, and happily so.
Yes.
Good. Easier to obscure your part in his death than hers. Neyrelle, the church has been searching for you for quite some time.
I'm aware.
Such a chill, and so near the hearth. I didn't want this war with you, child. We are enemies of circumstance. But circumstances can change.
Why are we here, Prava? Would you have us beg forgiveness?
Perhaps someday. But in this moment, I only ask for peace. Inarius' death cracked the foundation of our faith. Urivar's actions tore those cracks asunder. If the cathedral is to survive, it will need my full attention. And even though you no longer carry the stone, you are not relieved. The threat of the Lord of Hatred remains.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Then we have a shared enemy. Let our feud be over. In time, when word spreads, you, all of you, will be friends of the church once more. I
don't really
swear
care if I'm
it.
friends with the church.
May the Father's light shine on us all.
A friend of the church. Lorath won't know what to do with himself. Are you okay?
Yes. I was just thinking about something Eru told me once. You must remember the home you saved. Hold it close to your breast, because it's the only thing you have.
You have saved more than one home, my friend. Not everything he told you was a lie.
Why did he do it? Did we push him to this?
No, this is on Mephisto. I know how he works. He shows us truths so deep and terrifying that it makes us question our choices. Ourselves. Our friends. If he can make us hate who we are, his work is nearly done.
That's what he's been doing to us all this time.
But it didn't work on you. And because of that, I am free of the stone. And we are standing here together, ready to face whatever comes next.
I want to find out who does her voice.
Promise me something.
Neyrelle voice actress.
Anything.
When we find Mephisto, you let me be the one to kill
Judy
him.
Alice Lee. Oh, did we just end? So that is going to be a cliffhanger
They're all
ending.
villains in someone else's story.
So we got a cliffhanger ending.
The Haradrim know this better than anyone. We've all made hard choices to protect what we love. Choices that seem necessary, even righteous in the moment. But the Lord of Hatred excels at turning the blade of righteousness back into
That scene was terrifying in the beginning. Oh my god.
The choices we made in hell had aftershocks we are only now beginning to understand. How would history paint us for the path we'd taken? How would it paint Eru? Eru made his choice out of love and despair. I can hate him and still understand why he did it. And how it made him the devil's perfect tool. Another twist.
Yeah, to be continued for sure.
Perhaps Eru believed it was all worth it.
How many expansions did
Perhaps
Diablo
even
3
the
get?
spirit realm was spared from Mephisto's touch.
4 or 5? I don't
But
really
that
know.
only meant they were cursed to watch the rest of the world.
I remember
wither.
I remember I played. My brother had it, and he had like an all-in-one
The
pack,
age of
which had like a whole
hatred
bunch
to
of
come.
expansions included. And I played it, I think in 2017 or something when I was at his house. And I remember I played it for like 2 weeks or something. But I don't actually know how many DLCs it had. What do we got here? Oh, that's his body.
Oh, Agarat,
Mephisto.
beloved shepherd of the light. After an eternity of vigilance, you are betrayed, and by your own flock. Pity.
His eyes are gonna open here.
Now the wolf shall rise anew.
Oh man. Oh shit, alright. The statues are all melting.
Wrapped in the guise of man, I shall walk amongst the innocent,
Oh wow.
and there will be no salvation in the light.
Alright, well that is a wrap on, I think, on the main campaign. Now obviously there's still quite a bit more to be done on the Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred front. I got a new mount. Ooh, I got a lion, it looks like. Alright. Let's see here. I don't know where I want to put all of these. I got like more points I can spend. There we go. Let's do that. To be continued. What's that here?
Hail, wanderer. I've come all the way from Kurast to find you.
Have you now? What is it you want?
I was sent by Ormus. He asks that you visit him. He has need of your skills.
So this is going to be... There's also a priority quest up in here. Gem crafting and something else. Before we do anything, let's go check out the mount that we got. Pretty sure it looked like a lion. That is a creepy ass screenshot right there, man. Exactly, it makes total sense. The name of the expansion. Because Akarat ends up being the Vessel of Hatred, and now Mephisto is like a Christ-like figure that's gonna be coming back and wreaking havoc on everybody. A Leucistic Lion. I do like the Mountain War Cat, but that's a pre-order. That's a creepy looking lion. I don't like the look of that. That's scary, man. I think I'll stick with my horsies. Alright. Well, that quest is way down over here. Let's go see what it is. If I had to guess, this is going to be the, this is going to lead you to like the big bad dungeon thing that's at the end of this. If I had to guess. What did I end up at? Like level 42 or something? 45. So I got it, that leveled you all the way to level 45 just from the campaign. That's pretty intense. What did we do? We did 7 hours and 20 minutes, it looks like. So if you count for my lunch break, which was 10 minutes, and the bio breaks I took in the middle of all of that, probably 7 hours, start to finish. The IGN review said 6, so...
Almost sees
just
you.
for the main story.
He sees all the good you
I read
have
another
done,
review earlier today that said it's
and
about
that you are
25 to
desperate
30
to
hours
pursue the
total
Lord of
content
Hatred.
if you do all of
But
the side
Mephisto's
quests,
plans
all
have
of the
yet
new
to be
dungeons.
revealed.
It's about 25
The
to 30
threat he
hours of new
poses
content.
is no longer an immediate one. Ormus and Nahantu have need of you. Eru's betrayal is a fresh wound, but others have been harmed by his actions. Not only did we lose Maka, may her soul find peace, but Eru was a revered elder. The people of Nahantu grieve all they have lost. Nahantu needs to remember hope, friend. They need a hero. Almost
You must gather your allies. Yeah, this is like, okay, go forth and do the group content, do the seasonal
You
content,
must gather your allies.
go to the dungeon. Yep, here it is. This is Deeds of a Champion. You gotta complete all of these side quests to complete that quest. And I got a ding out of that too. And I got my Season 4 rewards, which I don't have the battle pass, so it's not something that I'm gonna worry about. So we've got... oops, hang on. Hit the wrong button. That gives me a reward, but I need to complete a feather on the scale, a nameless mystery, and a slayer's retribution. I don't even... oh, there. Yeah, so I have to gather the three mercenaries. That's the next quest, is to go forth to gather all 3 of the mercenaries. Then I believe that's going to end up leading me to the Undercity, which is what I was reading earlier, and that's like the big bad finale of the the main content. And then there's all the side content that you can do, all the side missions, all the side dungeons, and then of course beyond that there's all the seasonal stuff, which is going out onto the map and doing like all the, I forget what they're called, the Hell Tides I think is what they're called. I can't remember what they're called now. It's been a while. Yeah, and then there's world bosses as well. So, yeah. Well, that's a wrap on my story playthrough anyway. So, now that I'm done with this, I'm going to go away from here and record my early thoughts video, which I'm going to air here in about the next hour, now that I'm wrapped up with this. And then I've got to cut this stream down into 30-minute episodes, and I will start producing that for YouTube with the Let's Play series over the next couple few days. I'll be streaming more Diablo 4 tomorrow, because I'm going to go through, I want to do the Deeds of a Champion. So we'll go get all the mercenaries tomorrow, because I'd like to see what are the different mercenary types, who are the NPCs. Let's follow those storylines. Tomorrow will not be an 8-hour stream, though. Tomorrow we'll probably do, like 3 hours probably at the normal start time at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then tomorrow night we have World of Warcraft. So we'll do a normal stream tomorrow, and then if there's anything left, I'll continue it on Thursday morning. But more than likely, if I can finish those mercenary quests and the Deed of a Champion, if I can finish Deeds of a Champion tomorrow, then Thursday I'll just probably dive back into Starfield, and we're just going to hang out in Starfield until New World Eternum drops on next Tuesday. I think that'll probably be what we end up doing, more than likely. Because I don't feel compelled to play any of the seasonal content, because I don't like the combat in this game enough to want to sit here and grind out 100 levels and all the Paragon shit and all that other stuff. I do like the story of that. I mean, that was a fun DLC, but yeah, I'll probably be done with this tomorrow, unless I for some reason can't wrap it up tomorrow. So that'll be the plan. And then I just pre-ordered New World Eternum on the PS5 this morning, so I'm ready to go there. So we'll be starting that Tuesday morning, bright and early, which means we'll play some Starfield at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and probably Thursday as well, assuming that I wrap this up tomorrow. Cool. I could dig it. I'm sitting here thinking about... I definitely think I like the storyline of the main game more. I know, Nuna. Dialogue isn't content. What we just did for the last 7.5 hours was nothing. It was just air. dead air. Hey, you know what's really funny? I guarantee you, not a single one of those whack jobs is going to be out there bitching about how you can complete the main storyline of Diablo 4's expansion in like 5, 6, 7 hours. I guarantee you won't hear a peep from any of those people. It's only going to be Starfield. Oh, it was only 5 hours long. Now, if I had done, all the side content and all the missions, but that's the thing, like I don't really want to grind all the dungeons. And I'm certainly not going to give this DLC a bad review just because I completed the story in 7 hours. Like I've literally bought this for the story. Like I could care less about those procedurally generated dungeons and all that other stuff. I like Diablo's story. So that was good. That was fun. It was kind of like a nice ending to Norell's storyline from the base game. But we're left with a cliffhanger of now Mephisto is going to be back in human form, and who knows where that's going to lead. But that'll probably be next year, because I seriously doubt they're going to have anything ready until next fall, if then. Cool. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out. That was a long stream today. We're just coming in at 7.5 hours right now. I wanted to just push through and get that done in one day, because why not? Good times. All right, I got to go record another video and get that out for tonight. I got more work to do. So I'll catch all of you tomorrow for some more fun with demons. Well, no, thanks for you guys for tuning in. JM and everybody else. Nuno, Poblonia, Wolf Shield. Scrolling up. Nico is here. Fat Dave. Omnicron. It's not going to let me scroll up any farther. Thanks, guys.